On the heels of the failed plot to down a plane on Christmas Day, the country of Yemen has been shoved into the spotlight, and al-Qaeda group based there has apparently claimed responsibility for the botched attack. Reports say that the suspect trained there, and what's more, it may even be tied to al-Qaeda terrorists in Yemen who'd been released from Guantanamo Bay. Our next guest has been speaking out on the threat from al-Qaeda in Yemen for months now and is calling on the president to stop sending Gitmo detainees there immediately. Virginia Congressman Frank Wolf is a Republican who has actually sent 5 letters to President Obama on this subject. Congressman Wolf, thank you very much for talking to us. The U.S. Department of Justice announced the transfer of 12 Gitmo detainees to Afghanistan, Yemen, and the Somaliland region. 6 were released to Yemen. You've sent 5 letters so far to the president to put a stop to these transfers once and for all. Any response from the president yet?
We've had no response from the president, no response from the Justice Department, no response from anybody in the administration.
Are you surprised?
Well, I am surprised. I think that Congress has to be involved. This is a very dangerous situation. I have read the case histories of the 6 men. They are very, very dangerous. They are a direct threat to the United States. And to send them back, it's almost like you're sending recruitment back to al-Qaeda to come and learn and take their technology and operations to kill us. So it's a mistake to send them back. Also, 2 were sent back to Somaliland. There's not even a recognized government in Somaliland. So it is a mistake. And I saw today that Senator Dianne Feinstein, the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, has also come out and asked the administration to stop sending any Guantanamo Bay people back to Yemen.
Guantanamo detainees, and I'm quoting her, should not be released to Yemen at this time. It is too unstable. Gitmo detainees who showed up in the al-Qaeda leadership in Yemen were actually released by President Bush 2 years ago. And that's a move that Democrats have harshly criticized even recently. So what does the president have to say about that so that history doesn't repeat itself?
Well, if there was a mistake made then, it shouldn't have been made, but they should learn from that mistake. The fact that anyone has been released from Guantanamo Bay and gone to Yemen and rejoined al-Qaeda, and don't forget, in Yemen, the people who were involved in the USS Cole have broken out of jail, and we can't find them. There also was an attack against the American embassy. 12 people were killed last year. Al-Qaeda was connected there. So they ought not send anyone, no one, should go back, and there's a number who have now been listed to be returned to Yemen within the next several weeks. So I agree with Senator Dianne Feinstein. Do not send anyone back to Yemen, period. Nor should they go back to Afghanistan or Somaliland.
To be fair here, Republicans did praise the president's decision. He recently ordered that deadly strike on an al-Qaeda base in Yemen to put pressure on countries like Yemen who harbor terrorists. But let's just remember, 111 detainees from Yemen have been held at Gitmo. 21 have been released, and 90 remain. So my question to you is, does the U.S. risk losing any leverage by releasing these detainees back to Yemen? Let's not forget that the president is trying to get Yemen to crack down on al-Qaeda. So by releasing them, what kind of leverage do we lose? Well,
one, we ought not release them. Secondly, there's a DIA, Defense Intelligence, report showing that there's a very high recidivism rate. Many people that served in Guantanamo, when sent back, rejoin al-Qaeda. And so if we're doing missile strikes against the Yemen, al-Qaeda in Yemen, why would you then send people from Guantanamo Bay back to join al-Qaeda? It's a mistake.
All right, Congressman Frank Wolf, when you do get a response to your 5 letters, would you come back?
We'll let you know.
All right, we'll be staying tuned. Thank you very much.
Thank you.